My beloved child, come close, and listen carefully, because somewhere, right now, your soulmate is praying for you. Not a formal prayer, my beloved child, not necessarily words spoken aloud, but a quiet, sincere hope, rising from their heart, reaching toward the universe, reaching toward you. I know this may be difficult to imagine, my beloved child, but stay with me, because what I'm about to share may change how you experience the rest of today. There is a reason you found this message today, my beloved child, rather than some other, more ordinary day. Something within you was ready, right now, to finally receive what's about to be shared. So breathe with me, settle into this moment, and let's uncover exactly what this prayer means. Whatever brought you here today, my beloved child, whether curiosity, restlessness, or simple chance, trust that something deeper was quietly at work, guiding you toward exactly these words at exactly this moment. What this prayer actually sounds like. When I say your soulmate is praying for you, my beloved child, I don't mean a formal, structured prayer. I mean something simpler, something more human. A quiet thought before sleep. Please let me find real love, a whispered hope during a difficult moment. Please don't let me be alone forever, a private wish, made without ceremony, simply because the heart needed to speak it. This prayer, my beloved child, has been rising from them for some time now, quietly, consistently, and it's reaching you, even now. Think of it as a quiet current, my beloved child, flowing steadily beneath the surface of their everyday life, rarely spoken aloud to anyone else, yet powerfully real within their own heart. You may never hear the exact words they used, my beloved child, but the sincerity behind them travels regardless, carried by something far more powerful than language alone. Language, my beloved child, was never truly necessary for this kind of communication. The heart speaks its own dialect, one the universe understands perfectly well. This is why even the simplest, most unpolished prayer, my beloved child, carries genuine weight. The universe was never listening for eloquence, only for sincerity, and sincerity is something you and your soulmate both already possess in abundance. This is the quiet mystery of genuine hope, my beloved child. It does not need to be spoken aloud to another person in order to matter, in order to shape circumstances, in order to eventually be answered. Why this prayer matters so much? You might wonder, my beloved child, why a simple, private prayer carries such significance. Because sincerity, my beloved child, is one of the most powerful forces in existence. When someone prays honestly, without performance, without pretense, simply from a place of genuine need, that prayer carries weight. Your soulmate's prayer, my beloved child, isn't polished or perfect, it's raw, it's real, and that rawness is exactly what makes it so powerful. Consider how differently a rehearsed speech lands compared to a genuine, trembling confession. My beloved child, the same is true of prayer, its power lies precisely in its unpolished honesty. This is why sincere hope, even whispered quietly and imperfectly, my beloved child, tends to carry more genuine power than any carefully composed, formal request ever could. Don't underestimate the power of your own imperfect, quietly whispered hopes, my beloved child. They carry exactly the same weight as your soulmates, moving the same invisible currents toward connection. Every hope you've ever whispered, my beloved child, no matter how quiet, no matter how uncertain, has already become part of the story now gently unfolding, carrying you both, step by step, toward the moment you'll finally recognize each other. The universe, my beloved child, does not grade prayers on eloquence, it responds to authenticity, to the raw honesty of a heart finally admitting what it truly wants. What they're actually praying for. Your soulmate isn't necessarily praying for a specific person, my beloved child, they may not even know your name yet. They're praying for a feeling, a quality of connection, someone who will truly see them, someone who won't leave when things get difficult, someone who will choose them, again and again. This prayer, my beloved child, is being answered, in you, even before you've met. Perhaps they've prayed for patience while healing, my beloved child, or for the strength to release a past relationship that no longer served them. Each of these smaller prayers has quietly prepared them for you, even without naming you directly. These layered prayers, my beloved child, build upon one another over time, gradually shaping someone increasingly capable of receiving the very love they've been quietly requesting. By the time you finally meet, my beloved child, these accumulated prayers will have already done much of their quiet work, preparing both of you for a connection built on genuine readiness rather than desperate need. Each answered prayer along the way, my beloved child, whether they fully recognized it as such or not, has brought them one step closer to being ready for you specifically. Why this happens most often in quiet moments. This kind of prayer, my beloved child, rarely happens in loud, busy moments, it happens in quiet ones, late at night. During a long drive, in the shower, in the space right before sleep. These are the moments, my beloved child, when our defenses come down, when we stop performing for the world, and simply speak honestly to whatever we believe is listening. Your soulmate has had many of these moments, my beloved child, and each one has been part of this ongoing prayer. Consider how often you, too, my beloved child, have had similar quiet moments, thoughts too tender to say aloud, yet real enough to shape your own hopes moving forward. These private moments, my beloved child, matter more than we often realize. They are where the truest, most honest parts of our longing finally find safe expression. Honor your own private moments, my beloved child, exactly as you're being invited to honor your soulmates. Both carry equal weight in this quiet, ongoing exchange. Honor these quiet moments in your own life, my beloved child, rather than rushing past them. They are sacred, even in their simplicity, even when no one else ever witnesses them. How your own prayers connect to theirs. Just as your soulmate has been praying, my beloved child, so have you. Every quiet wish for real love, every private hope that you won't have to wait much longer, every moment of vulnerability where you've allowed yourself to want this deeply, these are your own prayers, my beloved child. These two streams of prayer, my beloved child, yours and theirs, aren't separate, they're moving toward the same place, the same connection, the same eventual answer. Imagine two rivers, my beloved child, beginning in entirely different locations, yet gradually curving toward the same eventual meeting point. Your prayers and theirs are moving in exactly this way, toward a single, shared destination. Neither of you needs to force this convergence, my beloved child. Simply continue your own honest, sincere hoping, and trust that the rivers know their way toward each other. Nature never rushes a river toward its destination, my beloved child, and this convergence, too, unfolds according to its own perfect, unhurried timing. Trust this timing completely, my beloved child, even when the path forward remains unclear, even when the waiting stretches longer than you'd prefer, every river eventually reaches the sea. Nature, my beloved child, never rushes a river toward its destination, it simply flows, patiently, consistently, trusting the terrain to eventually guide it home. Why the universe responds to sincerity. You might wonder, my beloved child, how the universe actually responds to something as intangible as prayer. Sincerity, my beloved child, carries a frequency, a quality of energy that's different from casual wishing. When someone prays with genuine vulnerability, that energy moves outward, shaping circumstances, opening doors, aligning timing. This isn't magic, my beloved child, it's simply how genuine intention works, when combined with genuine action and openness. Sincerity, my beloved child, tends to attract circumstances that mirror its own honesty, gradually clearing away the confusion and hesitation that often accompany more casual, half-hearted wishing. This is why genuine, heartfelt hope, my beloved child, so often produces results that casual wishing simply cannot match, regardless of how frequently that casual wish is repeated. Depth of feeling, my beloved child, matters far more than frequency of repetition. One sincere, tearful prayer carries more power than 1,000 hollow, habitual ones. Depth, my beloved child, matters more than repetition. One sincere, vulnerable moment of hope carries more genuine power than 100 half-hearted, distracted wishes ever could. The moment this prayer was spoken. Picture this, my beloved child, a quiet evening, your soulmate sitting alone, perhaps after a difficult day, perhaps simply in a reflective mood. In that moment, my beloved child, they closed their eyes, and simply said, "Please, let me find someone real. Let me stop being afraid of love." That moment, my beloved child, however small it seemed to them, was significant. It was an act of genuine vulnerability, a prayer sent outward, without guarantee, simply because hope demanded expression. They may not even fully remember the exact words they used, my beloved child, but the sincerity behind them left an imprint, quietly shaping the direction their story has continued moving in ever since. Sometimes, my beloved child, the most significant moments of our lives pass by without fanfare, only revealing their true importance much later, once we finally understand what they set into motion. This is precisely the beauty of hindsight, my beloved child. It eventually reveals just how much quiet significance was hidden within moments that felt, at the time, entirely unremarkable. A guided moment of receiving this prayer. Let's pause together, my beloved child, for a brief but meaningful moment. Take a slow breath in, and release it gently. Let your heart soften, my beloved child, opening gently to receive what's being offered in this quiet exchange between two souls not yet formally introduced. Silently, in your heart, say these words. I receive the prayer my soulmate has offered. I am the answer they've been hoping for, even before we've met. I offer my own prayer in return, trusting we are moving toward each other. Sit with this exchange for a moment longer, trust it, my beloved child. Notice any warmth, any lightness, any subtle shift within your chest as you sit with this exchange, my beloved child. These sensations often confirm what words alone cannot fully capture. Why you don't need to feel worthy of this prayer. I want to address something important, my beloved child. You might feel, reading this, a quiet doubt. Am I really the answer to someone's prayer? Yes, my beloved child, you are. Worthiness isn't earned through perfection, it's inherent. Simply by being genuinely, authentically yourself, you are exactly what someone's honest prayer has been asking for. Release any doubt about your worthiness, my beloved child, and receive this truth fully. Worthiness was never something you needed to prove, my beloved child. it has been true of you all along, quietly waiting for you to finally believe it as deeply as it deserves to be believed. Let this truth settle fully into your heart, my beloved child, replacing any lingering self-doubt with the quiet confidence of knowing you are genuinely, completely enough exactly as you are. Your soulmate isn't praying for perfection, my beloved child, they're praying for authenticity, for genuine care, for someone who will show up honestly, exactly as you already are. What happens when two prayers meet? When your soulmate's prayer, my beloved child, and your own prayer, finally converge, something remarkable happens. It doesn't always look dramatic, my beloved child, often, it looks like an ordinary meeting, a conversation that feels unusually easy, a connection that unfolds naturally, without forcing. But beneath that ordinary surface, my beloved child, lies the quiet fulfillment of two sincere prayers, finally answered. You may not even recognize it as such in the moment, my beloved child, until much later, looking back, when the pieces finally reveal just how perfectly they fit together. This is often how the most meaningful moments unfold, my beloved child. Quietly, unremarkably, until hindsight finally reveals their true, sacred significance. Trust this process, my beloved child, even when it doesn't announce itself dramatically, the quiet unfolding is often exactly where the deepest magic happens. The family and friends who might sense this. Sometimes, my beloved child, the people closest to you notice shifts even before you consciously register them yourself. A friend might comment, "You seem more hopeful lately, my beloved child." A family member might mention feeling an unusual sense of anticipation on your behalf. These observations, my beloved child, often reflect the quiet answering of prayers already in motion. Pay attention to these comments over the coming days, my beloved child, they may confirm exactly what has been unfolding quietly within your own heart. Don't dismiss these words as simple pleasantries, my beloved child, they often carry more truth than the speaker themselves may even realize. The people around you, my beloved child, often serve as unknowing messengers, delivering confirmations at exactly the moments you need them most. Why this prayer doesn't require religious belief? I want to clarify something, my beloved child, this prayer doesn't require any specific religious framework. Whether you call it prayer, intention, manifestation, or simply hope, my beloved child, the underlying mechanism remains the same: sincere, heartfelt desire, offered outward, shapes what eventually unfolds. Use whatever language feels most natural to you, my beloved child, the truth beneath it remains consistent. This message speaks to something universal, my beloved child, present across nearly every tradition and belief system throughout human history: the simple, powerful act of sincerely wanting something good, and trusting it toward the world. Whatever words you choose, my beloved child, the heart behind them matters far more than any specific vocabulary or formal structure. Trust your own natural way of expressing hope, my beloved child. It doesn't need to match anyone else's style to carry genuine, meaningful power. What your soulmate's prayer reveals about their heart. Consider, my beloved child, what it means that your soulmate has been genuinely praying for connection. It reveals a heart still open, my beloved child, still willing to hope, despite whatever disappointments they may have experienced. Their prayer is proof of resilience, proof that they haven't given up on love. This is who you're being prepared to meet, my beloved child, someone whose heart remained open, even through difficulty. That resilience, my beloved child, is a quiet form of courage, one that deserves genuine admiration once you finally come to know them fully. Someone who continues hoping, my beloved child, despite disappointment, despite delay, despite the temptation to close their heart entirely, carries a quiet strength worth honoring deeply. This is the person your patience and openness have been preparing you to meet, my beloved child, someone whose resilience matches your own. Why you should pray for them too. If your soulmate has been praying for you, my beloved child, consider offering the same gift in return. Tonight, my beloved child, or whenever feels natural, take a quiet moment, and simply say, in your own words, please let them feel loved today. Please help them heal from whatever still holds them back. Please bring us together, gently, in perfect timing. This exchange, my beloved child, deepens the connection already forming between you. There is something beautifully reciprocal about this practice, my beloved child. Praying for someone before you've even met them cultivates a generosity of spirit that will serve your relationship well once it finally begins. This practice, my beloved child, also softens your own heart, gently preparing you to receive love as fully and openly as you're learning to offer it. The act of praying for someone, my beloved child, even before meeting them, quietly builds the very capacity for selfless love your relationship will eventually require. What peace looks like amid this truth? Receiving this message, my beloved child, doesn't require anxious searching or desperate hoping. It simply invites gentle trust, my beloved child, a quiet knowing that this exchange of prayers is already active, already meaningful, regardless of when the physical meeting finally occurs. Hold this truth peacefully, my beloved child, rather than urgently. Peace, my beloved child, is often the clearest confirmation that you've genuinely received what this message has been offering, more reliable even than excitement alone. If anxiety arises instead of peace, my beloved child, gently pause, breathe, and return to trust, remembering that this message was offered with love, not pressure. Peace and prayer, my beloved child, naturally belong together. Let one gently reinforce the other as you move through the rest of today. If you notice anxiety rather than calm settling in, my beloved child, gently pause, breathe, and return to trust. This exchange was always meant to bring comfort, not additional worry. The quiet confidence this truth builds. As this truth settles within you, my beloved child, a quiet, steady confidence begins to take root. Not loud certainty about every detail, but a grounded trust, carrying you forward, day by day, through whatever remains of this waiting period. This confidence, my beloved child, doesn't require external validation to remain steady. It exists quietly within you, ready to be drawn upon whenever doubt attempts to resurface. Others may notice this quiet confidence in you before you fully recognize it yourself, my beloved child, showing up subtly in how you carry yourself through ordinary moments. Let it grow naturally, my beloved child, without forcing or rushing. Genuine confidence always settles in at its own unhurried pace. Others may notice this quiet confidence in you before you fully recognize it in yourself, my beloved child, showing up subtly in how you carry yourself through ordinary, everyday moments. What to carry with you from here? As you move forward from this message, my beloved child, carry this awareness gently with you. Notice quiet moments throughout your day, my beloved child, moments of vulnerability, hope, or longing. These may be your own version of prayer, continuing to shape your story. Consider honoring these moments, my beloved child, rather than dismissing them as fleeting or insignificant. Each one adds another quiet thread to the story already gently unfolding. Keep a mental note of these moments, my beloved child. Over time, patterns often emerge that reveal just how consistently this quiet prayer has been shaping your journey. You may find, my beloved child, that certain hours of the day, certain settings, or certain emotional states tend to invite these moments more readily than others. You might even consider keeping a small journal, my beloved child, noting these quiet moments of hope or longing as they arise, gradually building a record of your own sincere participation in this unfolding story. A final encouragement before we close. Before we near the true close of this message, my beloved child, I want to offer one final, heartfelt encouragement. Trust that your soulmate's prayer, my beloved child, has been genuinely heard. Trust that your own prayer is equally significant, and trust that these two sincere hopes are already, quietly, finding their way toward each other. You have shown, simply by staying present through this entire message, that you are exactly the kind of person capable of receiving this exchange with grace and openness. That capacity, my beloved child, reflects real spiritual maturity, one that will continue serving you well throughout the remainder of this journey and beyond. Carry this maturity forward, my beloved child, into every remaining stage of your soulmate journey, trusting it as one of your greatest gifts to the relationship still unfolding. Trust that this capacity, my beloved child, will continue serving you well, not only throughout the remainder of this waiting period, but throughout the relationship itself once it finally begins. The quiet companionship of this journey. Even in moments when this journey feels solitary, my beloved child, understand that you are never truly walking it alone. Somewhere, your soulmate is praying, hoping, trusting, just as you are. This shared vulnerability, my beloved child, connects you, even across distance, even before you've met. And beyond that, my beloved child, an entire unseen support system, call it the universe, the divine, your own higher wisdom, continues gently guiding both of you, even during the moments that feel most uncertain. You are accompanied, my beloved child, even when it doesn't always feel that way. Today and every day this journey continues to unfold toward its eventual, beautiful conclusion. Let this companionship comfort you, my beloved child, especially during the quieter, more uncertain moments still ahead on this path. You are accompanied, my beloved child, even when it doesn't always feel that way. Today and every day this journey continues to unfold toward its beautiful conclusion. Final thoughts. As we come to the true end of this message, my beloved child, I want you to carry this truth with you. Your soulmate is praying for you right now, quietly, sincerely, hoping for exactly the kind of love only you can offer. You are the answer they've been hoping for. And somewhere within you, my beloved child, your own prayer continues rising too. Trust that these two prayers are already, quietly, finding their way toward one another. Carry this exchange forward gently, my beloved child, into whatever the rest of today and the days ahead may bring, trusting that sincerity, once offered, is never truly wasted. This message could not remain unspoken, my beloved child, and now that you've received it, let it settle deeply, becoming a quiet source of comfort whenever the waiting feels long. Walk forward from here, my beloved child, awake, aware, and gently held by the knowledge that two sincere hearts are already, faithfully, praying their way toward one another. Trust this exchange fully, my beloved child, letting it accompany you through the rest of today, through every quiet moment still ahead, until the day finally arrives when prayer transforms into presence, and longing finally becomes love, fully realized, standing right in front of you. This message, my beloved child, could not remain unspoken any longer, and now that you've received it, let it settle deeply, becoming a quiet source of comfort whenever the waiting feels difficult to bear. If this message resonated with you, like this video, comment the prayer you've been quietly holding, and subscribe to Hidden Blessings Message for daily spiritual guidance, soulmate signs, and divine messages sent straight to your soul. Until next time, stay open, my beloved child, your soulmate's prayer includes you.